Hi everyone, welcome back to the strawberryloli channel. It's been a while and we have no time to waste, so let's just go ahead and jump into a little get ready with me using some of the new products that I picked up from the Japanese drugstore, of course. So I have some new palettes by Kate here. This is called the Beach Vacation Glitter Palettes. I didn't have the best first impression of these, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just from the hand swatches alone, I haven't used them on my eyes yet, so we're gonna be doing that today. I hope they're not gonna look as lackluster on my eyes as I felt that they did on my hands. And then I have this nice little blue toned blush by Excel. This is their Seamless Tone blush in SB01 Seashore. So blue blush is actually something that has been trending for a little while in the Asian beauty makeup world. And then finally I have some new blushes from maybe a brand that you're surprised to see me bring onto this channel, Coffret. It's like still a Japanese drugstore makeup technically, but it is on the high end of the price range. So I picked up their Smile Up Cheeks in 02 Coral Orange and 06 Lavender Pink. They are exactly the colors that the names suggest. This is not a new item at all. I think that at one point in the past, I probably owned at least one Smile Up Cheeks compact at one point in my life. Yeah, for some reason here we are in 2023. They really caught my eye as I was walking through Sundrug, so they look a little different obviously than the packaging from like 10 years ago. I think they switch it up every few years, you know, just to give it a new look. Something to signal to the customer that, hey, this is the new version, so make sure not to pick up something that has expired. I don't know, that's my theory when it comes to brands repackaging or zhuzhing up like kind of a classic long-standing formulation. But okay, let me go ahead and get started. So I'm going to prime my eyes with the Tone Activator Eye Primer from Kaleidos. And I think I squeezed out too much, but that's okay. Oh, and I did pick up a new eyebrow product from Kate that I completely forgot about. So I went ahead and did my eyebrows already with my usual products, my older products. But in the meantime, I can at least show you a clip of the product on the screen. So it's kind of like a hybrid eyebrow slash mini eyeshadow compact, and as you can see, these are possibly the tiniest, thinnest pans I've ever seen in my life in an eyeshadow or eyebrow palette, which I don't know about you, but to me, tiny palettes have their own kind of excitement attached to them, because tiny palettes mean, number one, I actually have a chance in hell of panning this thing as opposed to a regular sized product, and number two, the pan is probably going to come a lot quicker. I feel like that's just people who are unhealthily obsessed with makeup though. There's like different levels, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this Kate palette, the Beach Vacation Glitter Palette EX3. This is called Tropical Sunny Beach. So as the name suggests, it is an all glitter palette. Like some of the glitters are chunkier than others, but there is not really like a matte or transition shade, at least not in this color story. So to be honest with you, this is not like the most intuitive type of palette for me personally to work with, but I'm gonna try my best. And yeah, I just hope it doesn't turn out ashy. I already know that I'm not gonna expect much on the pigmentation front, which I'm okay with as long as it still looks glossy and pretty, right? But the one thing that I cannot accept is ashiness. Okay, that blue is pretty nice, pretty smooth. It's not ashy, like it does look decently silky, so I will give it that. It has a very, very subtle sheen, so if you like that effect. Me personally, I need a little bit more excitement, like this subtle, barely there micro glitter sheen. I don't know if you can even tell. Well, actually, it's pretty clear, I think, in the camera. I mean, it doesn't look cheap, that's for sure. That's the one upside whenever you have like a very, very finely milled eyeshadow like this. It may be on the boring side, but it's never gonna look cheap, if that makes sense. Okay, yeah, Kate was not playing when it named this straight up a glitter palette. This peachy orange shade on the bottom right is very, very flaky, and I suspect that the one above that is going to be flaky as well. I feel like that's fine for me personally. I can handle a little bit of flakiness because I always use my Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer, but I always think about like the typical Japanese girl consumer using these products. They don't typically use a primer at all, from what I can see, even in 2023. And so it always is such a puzzle to me, if I'm gonna be honest, how are they able to, like, how are they making some of these products that are being released over here work? It just couldn't be me, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is already a lot of flakiness to deal with, even with an eyeshadow primer on underneath. But hey, you see that the final effect is cute, it's not patchy. It's a cute little glistening mermaidy effect. I can already kind of see the finished look coming together. So let's put on the final shade. I'm gonna take this crushed orange with, it looks like specks of orange and yellow crushed into the pan, and I'm gonna use this as an accent cut crease type of effect. This is a great technique to do if you have flat eyelids like me and you just want to add some drama, add some dimension to any look. Girl, get over your fear of the cut crease and just draw that shit on there like you invented it. And don't worry if the shape seems off or it looks weird the first couple of times. Just keep doing it, you know, practice makes perfect. You will find the shape that flatters your eyes the best the more that you practice. So as you can see, I'm trying to add this crushed glitter shade to the outer corners of my eyes as well, and it doesn't really lend itself to precision work that well, to say the least. So I'm obviously like not able to create a super sharp defined outer V, but I think it's still, all things considered, it still worked out pretty well. Like it looks good layered on top of that peachy shade. Sorry, I'm just noticing this right now, but if you look on the back of the original packaging, each glitter formulation is slightly different. Okay, I just want to add slightly more of a pop to certain areas, so I'm gonna go in with this JOOCYEE Diamond Shell highlight in number 1, Moonlight. It's kind of amazing to me how much of a viral product this product still is. It's been around for a while. Like my first one I got at least 2 years ago. It's really interesting to me because nowadays I guess Chinese makeup is just gaining a lot of traction. The average makeup consumer is starting to discover these brands like JOOCYEE and Flower Nose. Just the other day I saw on Instagram this professional makeup artist that I follow, Japanese makeup artist, male, not that it matters, but he literally posted within the last week, and the post or the reel was like, hey guys, I found this amazing new, you know, sparkly highlighter. The sparkle is out of this world. You guys gotta try it out, right? And lo and behold, it's the JOOCYEE Diamond Shell Highlighter. And I'm just looking at him like, girl,
bombastic side eye.
We been new about that. Us niche makeup girlies, it's okay. I'm gonna let you have your little moment. But yeah, you did not discover this highlighter. Please. This is why actually, like, to be honest with you, I don't really, I want to say revere or, you know, follow or buy into the advice that a lot of professional makeup artists give. I mean, no disrespect to them or anything, but a lot of them, it's like, just because you're a professional makeup artist, it doesn't mean that you are always up on your knowledge when it comes to the hottest trends that I'm into, and it also doesn't mean that they know necessarily what I like my makeup to look like, you know, or what I prefer for my own unique features. So instead of following what makeup artists have to say, I much prefer finding other influencers with features that are similar to my own. And then if they happen to also have a makeup style that I really, really vibe with, or I'm impressed by their skills, then I'll just take pointers from them. Thank you very much. Okay, so for blush, we're gonna go in with the Coffret Smile Up Cheeks. I have 2 shades here, but I'm gonna go with the orangey one, Coral Orange, to match the orange on my eyes today. As you can see, it is very, very shimmery. This powder is also relatively loosely pressed, so that is the one kind of like annoying thing about it. I will say when you go in to pick it up with your brush, it creates a lot of kick up, but it looks beautiful. If you're not into shimmery or glittery blushes though, this is probably not the formula for you, but the shimmer is like very, very subtle and refined. See that? It just looks very natural. It looks like natural dewiness on my face. And then I recently realized that if you want to make your face look thinner, if you have like a rounder or a wider face that you're just trying to make thinner, I mean, you can use contour and all the regular tricks, but one easy adjustment that you can make that a lot of people overlook, be careful about how far you take your blush color out. Basically, don't take it out past the point that you ideally want your face to end, if that makes sense. So if you're trying to make your face look thinner, I would say just concentrate in like the triangle area here, right? Because most of the time the instinct is to bring it all the way out here onto the sides of our face. That's not going to help you achieve the thinner illusion, so just concentrate it in the front of your face. It's basically like that drunken makeup aesthetic. This is what they do. They'll concentrate the blush like right under their eyes. Still keep it high up so that it has that lifting effect, but don't bring it out onto the sides. Don't do blush draping, because then that's going to draw more attention to the wideness of your face. So yeah, if you just do like I've done here and keep it confined in this triangle area, you'll be good to go. And you see what a subtle sun-kissed effect that is. I don't know why all of a sudden I was just like craving this old school type of glowy dewy blush look, so where better to turn than Coffret D'Or. Yeah, I feel like with this type of blush, it's impossible to apply it wrong, you know? Like if you're applying a matte blush in an interesting color like purple or something, that can look really cool and interesting, trendy if you do it correctly, but it can also go really left if you are not careful, right? But with this type of blush, I feel like it's perfect for every day because you can just swipe it on and you don't really have to be too precise with anything. It's impossible to mess up. I almost forgot, I have this blue blush that we need to try out, guys. This is from Excel, the Seamless Tone Blush in SB01 Seashore. It has this really nice like wavy pattern on it. It reminds me of sand dunes in the desert. Now, I'm a little bit apprehensive, I'm not gonna lie, about this trend. You would think that I would have jumped on the blue blush trend the moment that it first came out, because I've always had a thing for blue lip gloss. Don't ask why, I just do. So you would think that I would feel the same about a blue blush, but to be honest, I'm kind of nervous because I feel like, how is this possibly going to look good, putting blue on your cheeks? Like, isn't that going to make you look bruised or something? Apparently it is supposed to give you like a lifted glowing effect, and part of me also thinks that this is just the same thing as highlighter but cleverly repackaged, remarketed as something new, you know, blue blush. At this point in 2023, you need something slightly sensational and controversial, so blue blush definitely kicks up the interest more than a regular highlight, I would say. And the doubt factor also helps sales because people are like, how does that possibly work? I gotta try it out for myself. Boom, there's your sales conversion. To be honest, I don't really like it. It somewhat borderline works with the eyeshadow that I have on today, mainly because of this blue color, right, from the Kate palette. So it's like, it matches at least, but otherwise I feel like it's just this very random stripe of blue underneath my eyes that didn't really need to be there. I don't know, what do you guys think? Am I applying this wrong? I guess objectively speaking, it is a really nice formula. They do have other shades in more like natural blush colors. In terms of the formula, I find it very, very impressive. It's like this very silky matte formulation. See, it's matte, but it doesn't feel or come off dry at all, which is great. This actually makes me want to try out some of the more natural blush colors from this line. Maybe this would look better and like less random against a purple or a lilac blush. I'm gonna definitely have to experiment a little bit with this to see what shades and what products to pair this with, because I'm sure there is a way to wear it very masterfully, but I just don't think that I quite got there today. So this is the final look. I'm not mad at it at all. It's cute enough, but I'm still gonna say that the glitter, what's this called, beach vacation glitter palette, it's not really worth the money in my opinion, because this was 2,200 yen a pop, including tax. It does have a really nice presentation, you know, the packaging is nice and sturdy. It feels a little bit like a step up from some of Kate's other packaging that they've had. And there's definitely like, I think this does appeal to, mostly to a certain type of, you know, Japanese makeup consumer that want something more colorful and more fun for summer, but doesn't necessarily want to go the super loud Western makeup style route. So I would say that like for Japan, yeah, I guess this is offering something unique. For me personally, if I want to do a really colorful look, even if I'm going for more of a subtle technique or a subtle finish, I still need more impact than this, personally speaking. I don't think there's anything wrong with the look I created today. It's very cute, but you saw that I just couldn't help myself. I had to go in and amp up the glam factor with the JOOCYEE highlighter. Without this, without layering on the glitter and the extra finishings, it just falls a little flat to me. Like, it makes the makeup process not as fun. So to each their own, as always. No total duds or bombs in today's Get Ready With Me though, so that's always a win. I hope you enjoyed this little chill session with me. Thank you so much for watching as usual, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!